Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. With this motivational thought, this is Miss Anupama and you're watching Miss Anupama's channel. So my dear students, I'm back with one more video, and in this video we are going to learn about EVS 1, lesson number 3, storage of water. Okay, EVS 1 science subject, and it is part 3. So in my first and second part, I completed teaching the traditional methods of water storage. Okay, now in this we are going to learn about the modern methods of water storage, that is recent system, and in this two topics are there. Okay, that is the dams and bore wells. These two things we are going to discuss, and use your brain power, the third one, and pan poi, it's a water, drinking water stands. Okay, and do you know? So these are the 5 subtopics which we are going to discuss in this part 3. Okay, my dear students, chalo then quickly we'll start. Okay, my dear students and friends, we'll begin our today's topic, and today we are going to learn about modern methods of water storage. Okay, modern methods of water storage. In our previous 2 videos, okay, part 1 and part 2, in that we had seen the traditional methods. Okay, traditional methods of storage of water. Now in this video we are going to learn and discuss more about modern methods of water storage. Okay, my dear students, so I told you in my both the videos that water is life. Okay, water is life and no one can live without water. So water is very precious thing, and nature has given to us. So water is a natural resource. Okay, so now tell me, where do water stores like rivers, dams, these wells and lakes get the water from? Okay, so natural resource, water is a natural resource. So all these water stores like rivers, dams, wells and lakes get the water from rain. From where? Rain is the most important thing for humankind. Okay, so now first, a modern method, recent systems. In recent systems we are going to learn recent systems and modern methods only. Okay, so in that two things we are going to discuss, that is dams and bore wells. Okay, dams. Now you can see the picture here. Okay, this is the dam. Okay, so now what is a dam built on? Okay, now where this dam can be built on? It is built on a river. Okay, a dam is built on a river. Understood? Now chalo, we'll start on page number 18. The most important of all recent water storage is the dam. Recent, okay, most important recent development in water storage is the dams. Okay, dams made it possible to store huge quantity of water. Dam is a large, okay, it can store a huge quantity of water. So it is very important that there should be a dam built on a river to store huge quantity of water, so it will be useful for further use. As a result, more land was brought under cultivation. Okay, as a result, when water, more quantity of water is there, so with a good result that we can make a more land under cultivation. Cities began to grow. Okay, where water availability is there. Okay, there only the people settlements like in cities and all can be taken place. Okay, so cities began to grow. It's become possible to set up factories and generate electricity. Okay, my dear students, now water is also responsible for generating electricity. Okay, hydropower we call. Okay, so generating electricity also we require water, and to set up factories, okay, water is very essential there. So where there is water availability is there, cities begins to grow as well as factories, and we can generate electricity from the water. Maharashtra has several large dams such as Jaikwadi, Koina, Ujni and Eldari. Okay, my dear students, now quickly we'll just have a summary of the importance of dams. Now, dams are useful to store water, okay, store water of rivers. Um, it is basically useful to store waters of rivers. Water stored in dams is used for drinking, cultivation, factories and generating electricity. It is also helpful for the cities and the villages to grow, and it is always given a warning to the people that when the dams are having many doors, okay, when these doors of the dams are open, the people are requested not to go near the dams, okay, because the water flows, flow of the water is very high, and it can be dangerous for the mankind. So it is requested always by the authorities that whenever the doors of the dams are open, people are not allowed to go near the dams. Okay, so now here there are certain large dams in Maharashtra state. Okay, Maharashtra Raj state. So they are like Jaikwadi, Koina, Ujni and Eldari. Now Jaikwadi Dam is built on river Godavari. Okay, remember this. Jaikwadi Dam is built on river Godavari in Aurangabad district. Okay. Now second dam is Koina Dam. Koina Dam is built on river Koina. Okay, it is built on river Koina in Satara district. Then third one is Ujni Dam. Ujni Dam is built on river Bhima at Solapur district. Now the last one is Eldari. These are the large dams, okay, constructed in our Maharashtra state. Okay. So Eldari Dam is built on river Purna at Parbhani district. Okay, my dear students. Okay, these are the dams, large dams in our state Maharashtra. Understood now? Yeah. So find out exactly where these dams are located on the physical map given in your textbook. Now you are having a physical map in your textbook. Now already. Okay students, let us see now the second modern method of storage of water, and that is bore wells. Okay, what it is? Bore wells, dams and bore wells. Now these bore wells, earlier wells are dug to reach the water under the ground, but it was not possible to draw deep-seated groundwater. Earlier, what was the condition? You know that, my dear students, wells. Okay, wells were dug to reach the water under the ground. Okay, but it is not possible to draw deep inside. Okay, deep-seated water. Okay, groundwater. It is not possible because there was like no electricity. Pumps were used. Okay, and now what is the thing? Now with the help of electric pumps it is possible to do so. Okay, because of the technology, because of the modern methods by using we can go deep. Okay, we can draw deep seated groundwater also. It is possible in today's years. Okay, so borewells are dug for this purpose. Borewells are dug for this purpose. These wells are very deep but very narrow. Okay, these borewells are very deep. Okay, and it requires a very less place. Okay, small place you can it requires, but very narrow place it requires. Okay, borewell is the modern method of water storage. Borewells are dug with the help of electricity. Now it is dug with the help of electricity. Borewells are very deep. They are very deep. Okay, compared to wells. Okay, they are very deep and narrow. Okay, it is very narrow. Then hand pumps or electric pumps are used to draw water from bore wells. Okay, my dear students, understood? Now use your brain power to answer these questions, these following questions. Find out if there are any old water stores in your locality. Think about how these old stores can be used again. If it is there in your locality, you have to find out and you have to think how these old stores can be reused again, okay, can be used again, okay. Now, where do water stores like rivers, dams, wells and lakes get their water from? I told you water is a natural resource. So the water stores like river, dams, wells and lakes get the water from rain. Okay, understood? Now we'll move towards the next page, that is 19. Okay, my dear students. Okay, now we'll see Panpoi drinking water stand. Okay, now you can see here big clay jars. Okay, these are the big clay jars. आपण त्याला मराठीमधून रांजण म्हणतो. ओके, रांजण किंवा मटके म्हणतो. ओके, so this panpoi, okay, these are the big large jar of water, drinking water kept free of charge. Okay, this water is of free of charge for people out of the roads. Is called a panpoi. Okay, my dear students, it is kept outside and it is kept on the roads. Okay, and it is of free of cost. People out on the roads need water when they are thirsty. Okay, most of the people, they don't carry water when they go out. So at that time when they feel thirsty, they need water to drink. In some places, big clay jars are drinking water are kept for the use of such people. So now, like mostly in summer season, okay, we need more water, okay, in summer season. So some places, okay, some places like near railway station or near the hospitals or like temples, okay, garden side also, on the roads, okay, mostly on the roads, roadside, some places big clay jars, okay, these are the big clay jars, okay, ranjan म्हणतो आपण त्यांना. Drinking water are kept for the use of such people, the people who feel thirsty. For them, this water stands, okay, that is drinking water stand, panpoi, is kept. This water is offered free of charge, okay, no charges will be taken for this water. This is known as panpoi. So it is called a panpoi, pan, okay, pani, panpoi. Panpois are set up by individuals or institution. This can be, it's like a help, okay, it is a help, okay, humankind. So it can be set up by individual also, okay, or some institutions, like some group of people come together and they wanted to help the people on the road, so they can set up. Panpois are very useful. These are very useful, especially in summer season. Okay, understood, my dear students? Okay, now we'll do you know? Okay, dear friends, now do you know Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj gave the following instructions for the construction of hill forts. Okay, now you must be surprised that how come Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is in science subject. Okay, so I told you, my dear students, that each subject is interrelated and interdependent on each other. So it is nice that in science subject we are knowing more about Shiv Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his personality. Okay, so he gave certain instructions for the construction of hill forts. What are the things that we have to keep in mind when we are constructing hills? A hill fort should be built after first finding out if there is water in the place. Okay, first you have to find out whether there is a water where you are going to construct a hill fort. If there is no water, then, and if it is become necessary to fortify the place, okay, fortify means you have to see, okay, you have to make it what you called मजबूत बनाना है आपको, तो then by breaking the rocks, okay, you have to break the rocks, reservoirs and tanks should be built. Okay, tanks should be built. One should not wholly depend upon the supposition, okay, suppositions means like simply to suppose, okay, suppose, we can't take into granted, okay, अनुमान लगाना, सिर्फ अनुमान लगाना कि that there is a spring of water in the fort and that it would be somehow or other supply enough of water, okay. One should not be wholly depend on the supposition that there is a spring of water, okay. If there is a spring of water in the fort and that is would someone, okay, somehow or other supply enough water. For strong fort, 2 to 3 reservoirs should be constructed, okay. For the strong fort, 2 to 3 reservoirs should be constructed. Water from them should not be allowed to be spent, okay. The water in the fort should be well protected. Understood, my dear students? This was the instructions given by Shiv Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, okay, before constructing the hill forts. Understood?